let's face it, between innings, there's a lot of downtime, and we're thinking, okay, what can we do to entertain the people? And just as a joke, when we were sitting around the meeting, we said, well, how about we throw hot dogs at them? And at first, everybody kind of like rolled their eyes and think, well, wait a minute, maybe a little bit better is why don't we shoot them at them?
You see time to time fans catching foul balls and home run balls in the stands. And we thought, how tremendous would it be for fans to be able to actually catch a hot dog? Did I have a good imagination? I did. I liked to shoot things as a kid. Food fights at our house were something regular. I mean, it's, my parents, I can't tell you how many times I got in trouble for throwing food across the table. And then my mom and dad would yell at me, and I'd say, Mom, I'm going to use this someday, I'm sure of it.
Actually, there was a lot of R&D involved.
There was a version we tried with that was spring action. And we tried that, so then we started thinking, how about if we powered by gas?
Oh, it was one of the more unique things we've had to make around here.
It very well could possibly be the most innovative thing.
The concept, which seemed so simple in the beginning, in theory, sounded great. But it was a little disappointing in actuation because it went about 5 feet. Kind of flipped it back to our engineers and our fab guys and said, need to go a little bit further. And they're like, well, how far do you want to go? And we're like, well, how about 200 or 300 feet? I said, that's what we want to do. We want to get this into the upper decks.
Fanatic is the one who's out here on the field with the launcher every time. So he needed to have a lot of input, and he had a lot of good ideas.
What was it like to work with Eric and the Fanatic? Oh, it was just a ball. We had a lot of fun. The most difficult part was the distance and also keeping the hot dog and the mustard and relish from just going to mush.
The bun went one way, all the other components went, their own way.
After we shot the first one, the hot dog didn't explode. And it was like, you know what, this is it. We got it wrapped right. We got the perfect amount of pressure. Right at that point is when we knew we got it.
I never thought we'd be able to get it to the point where they'd take it to the stadium and shoot it, and somebody would be able to eat that hot dog once they caught it.
So we knew it worked pretty good when it shot that far.
Oh, I felt tingles up my spine.
I think it's part of the great package of modern Major League Baseball. I love it.
It's phenomenal. Every time I see the Fanatic get up there, I really hope he shoots it my way.
So I'd rather have a hot dog hit me than a ball.
We're at the beautiful new ballpark for the Phillies, Citizens Bank Park. And so when this ballpark was built, we thought, all right, what can we do better? How can we improve the launcher?
It's just massive. I mean, it's 4 times the size of the launcher that they used to use at Veterans Stadium.
The old one was about 4 feet long. This one is, close to 8 feet long.
This is kind of the, the Mac Daddy of all hot dog launchers.
Anytime you're firing missiles up into the seats, people are enjoying that, and it's a goofball in the green suit.
Yeah, not just anybody can operate the launcher. The Fanatic makes it look easy because he's a highly trained professional.
You're shooting a hot dog projectile, so to speak, a couple 100, 200 feet up into the seats.
The one thing that always entices me about that is how high they go.
Every now and then, for whatever reason, they don't get the packages wrapped tightly enough, or there's a malfunction of some kind. it just goes south in a hurry, if you know what I mean. Usually, you know, the birds and things will clean it up for us if we don't get all the little pieces.
You got to make sure you're paying attention, though, because you don't want to get one of those things right between the eyes.
We get fans calling into Hatfield all the time asking about the launcher and asking about when the launcher is going to be used next.
To the fact of someone saying, hey, you know what, I've been at 15 Phillies games, I haven't got one yet, what can you do? And, you know, we just quite frankly say, change your seat, maybe we get it at another spot. It's purely up to the fanatic, you know, where he shoots it to. I can't figure that guy out.
What does a wheel mean to mankind? You know, what does landing on the moon mean to mankind? And really, I think that's what the launcher means to mankind. You know, we think it's one of the greatest inventions of the 20th century. I think dreams are very important, and without dreams, things like this would never become a reality.
They always try and do a little better, so they probably wanted to shoot a little further.
You know, who knows? We talked about, you know, rocket-propelled hot dogs. You know, we said, is nuclear power an option?
Have to play with it a little bit.
I think certainly we have a chance to, you know, to get it into New Jersey. The launcher is known throughout the country, and I think even throughout the world. I think it's a legacy the Fanatic is proud to have.